My name is Sara, and today I'm sharing an updated spring house tour. It's been a year since I last did a house tour, so I thought it would be fun to see what's changed around our house and what's new for spring. Welcome to our home. This is the view when you walk in the front door. I painted the mural on the wall in 2020 at the beginning of the lockdown. One of my goals is to make my home feel calming but also cheerful, and I feel like the entryway helps set that tone. The mural makes it a little bit playful, but it's also a mellow and calming space. This is the view of the living room walking in from the entryway. We added the built-in bookcases and fireplace in 2019. Turning around, this is the couch that faces the TV and the fireplace. Then if you turn towards the front of the house, we have this big picture window that looks out onto the street, and there's a little bench that sits underneath it. Two things I really love about our house are all of the house plants and all of the sunlight. We put in this privacy film in the past year, and I love it because it makes little rainbows in the living room when the light shines through. Our living room opens out into the dining room. This is also where I keep my computer desk. One of the main features of the dining room are these big bookcases. It is on my to-do list to eventually either replace them with built-in bookshelves or paint them. Painting them is probably the easier option. I'd like them to be a lighter color so that this room is a little brighter. I'm always trying to find ways to maximize the sunlight and brightness in the house. I do think bright and light colors make me happier since the fall and winter here are pretty gray and rainy. Now we're moving into the kitchen. Last year I replaced the knobs and drawer pulls in here, as well as put in a new faucet. I have a love-hate relationship with this kitchen because of the lack of countertop space and the really old drawers, but for the most part I love it. This door leads to our basement and back door. I like to decorate it seasonally with drawings or window stickers. These shelves hold our glasses, microwave, and cookbooks, and in the corner I put my vacuum. Our house is small. It's only about a little under 1,000 square feet, and we don't have a ton of closet space, so this corner is the best spot so I can get to the vacuum easily and be sure to use it. It's not beautiful, but it's easy to access. In my dream kitchen, there would be a pantry to hold all of my cleaning tools, but I've got to work with what I've got. This is our bedroom, and it's definitely the darkest paint color in our house, which is awesome for sleeping. I've thought about repainting it, but my husband really loves the dark blue, so for now it's staying as it is. We added this window over the bed when we moved in, and I'm so thankful we did because it adds a ton of light in the afternoon. This is my daughter's room. We repainted and rearranged her room last year. Again, there is a video, I'll link it as well down below, and I'm still really happy with how it turned out. It's so bright and cheerful that I end up spending a lot of time in here. This room gets a ton of light, and the light color really maximizes that. Most of my daughter's toys and books are on this bookshelf. It's definitely a challenge to keep it looking neat, but it is a kid's room, so I'm totally fine with it being messy sometimes. Next, we'll move into the bathroom. This was one of our biggest DIY projects, and I really love it. The green paint was actually just a can from the returns section at our hardware store. My husband picked it up, and I really think it works in the room. It feels like it could have been a paint color in 1910 when the house was built. This window gets a ton of light as well, and it's the home to some of my succulent starts. Here's another cute doorknob and backplate in the house. I just think old home hardware was so much more unique than the current options. Next, I thought I would bring you outside to walk around the backyard. This is the back door, which opens into our driveway and garage. I recently moved these geraniums outside from the basement. They feel like a little welcome committee to the backyard. Through this little fence is our backyard. My husband and I both love gardening and especially growing fruits and vegetables, so we've tried to put in a lot of edibles in the yard. Behind the deck is a huge bay laurel. I use the bay leaves for cooking, as well as a hazelnut tree and a fig tree. The squirrels get most of the hazelnuts, but we usually get a ton of figs in the late summer. We put in this raised bed right after we moved into the house 14 years ago or so. I haven't planted much in it yet this year. I'm hoping to get some seeds and starts planted later this month. We usually grow beans, cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, radishes, and carrots in the raised bed. This little gardening shed was here when we moved in, and we use it to hold some garden tools and our wheelbarrow. Behind the garage, we have a few mason bee houses. The bees are really active this time of year and fun to watch. They don't sting and they help pollinate everything in the yard. This trellis next to the garage holds 2 grapevines. They look sad right now, but they make a really nice canopy in the summertime, and the grapes are really tasty. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing this updated spring house and garden tour. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!